Welcome. In every marriage, as in every partnership, there lies a question beneath the surface. How does one become not just a husband, but a truly high-earning husband, someone who provides, protects, and uplifts? This isn't simply about salary or bank balances. It's about becoming the kind of man whose character, vision, and daily habits multiply value for everyone around him. Today, we'll embark on a journey guided by three towering figures of wisdom: Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor; Sun Tzu, the ancient master of strategy; and Confucius, the timeless sage of moral living. In the next 20 minutes, you will hear detailed, actionable advice, blended with philosophy and real-world examples, so that any viewer, student or CEO, father or retiree, can apply these principles immediately. First, let us master our inner economy, as Warren Buffett teaches. Buffett reminds us that the most important investment you can make is in yourself. But in practice, how many of us treat our skills, health, and relationships as capital to be managed? A high-earning husband invests in his knowledge. He reads books on leadership, finance, and psychology. He hones his communication skills in workshops or online courses. He practices time management tools so that every hour spent with family or at work compounds toward long-term goals. Imagine a young professional in her 20s juggling career and romance. Instead of binge-watching entertainment videos every evening, she dedicates half an hour each day to reading biographies of successful couples or taking an online finance course. Over a year, that discipline doesn't just add knowledge, builds confidence and opportunity. That same mindset applies whether you're 20 or 60. Commit to lifelong learning, and you become an asset your spouse and children can bank on. Buffett also teaches patience. He did not rush into investments. He studied companies, waited for the right moment, and let compounding interest work its magic. In marriage, that translates to financial decisions made together after thoughtful conversation. And 2 career moves chosen for stability as much as for income potential. A high-earning husband does not simply chase the next bonus. He builds sustainable streams of value. Next, we turn to Sun Tzu, who reveals how to win without fighting. He wrote, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." In a household, the enemy can manifest as stressed finances, conflicting priorities, or silent arguments. A strategic husband learns to diffuse tension before it erupts. He anticipates his partner's concerns, whether over the budget or household chores, by scheduling regular check-ins, listening carefully, and offering solutions proactively rather than reacting defensively. Consider a father of 2 who notices his wife growing weary from managing morning routines alone. Instead of waiting for frustration to build, he reorganizes the schedule. He prepares breakfast 2 days a week, handles school drop-off on alternate mornings, and even carves out 15 minutes each night to talk about her day. By knowing the battlefield and planning ahead, he prevents conflict and earns goodwill, all without a single raised voice. Sun Tzu also demands self-knowledge. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. A husband who tracks his own trigger stress over bills or deadlines can avoid taking those frustrations out on his loved ones. And by understanding his wife's communication style, whether she prefers problem-solving discussions or simply being heard, he chooses the right approach each time. The battle is won long before any argument begins. Our third insight comes from Confucius, who teaches leadership through virtue. He said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." True leadership isn't grand speeches. It's the daily habits that build trust. A high-earning husband leads by example. He honors his commitments, arriving on time. He shows respect in small moments, holding the door or offering a warm cup of tea. He models integrity at work, never cutting corners, and does the same in his marriage, keeping promises both big and small. Picture a couple saving for their first home. Instead of focusing on what they cannot buy, the husband creates a shared spreadsheet, tracks expenses, and sets weekly savings goals. He then invites his wife to review progress each Sunday over coffee. Over months, this ritual not only grows their down payment but also cements their teamwork and mutual respect, foundations more valuable than any house. Confucius also taught filial piety, honoring one's parents. A high-earning husband includes both the older generation and the younger ones in decision-making. When choices about education, healthcare, or vacations arise, he ensures grandparents' concerns are heard and children's voices are valued. In doing so, he forges intergenerational trust and stability, intangible assets that outlast any bank account. Now, let's explore the harmony between wealth and wisdom. Money alone can't secure happiness, but wisdom multiplies money's impact. A high-earning husband recognizes that wealth is freedom, the freedom to spend quality time, to pursue meaningful work, and to weather storms without panic. He avoids debt traps by living within his means, and he invests surplus in experiences that enrich family bonds. A weekend camping trip instead of a flashy gadget, a community workshop instead of video games. A middle-aged professional, realizing he's worn thin by non-stop client meetings, negotiates a 4-day workweek. The slight income adjustment is offset by regained energy, more family dinners, and deeper connections with his children. In his wisdom, he understands that a balanced life enhances long-term earning potential far more than burnout ever could. Finally, every principle converges on conquering oneself. Many philosophers echo the same idea. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. True wealth and leadership begin within. A husband must overcome procrastination, no more delaying that important conversation or that overdue repair around the house. He must master impulse spending, choosing the budget over the thrill of the moment. He must face his own fears of failure, of vulnerability, and transform them into fuel for growth. Every morning, set 3 intentions: a professional goal, a relationship goal, and a personal goal. Perhaps finish a key report. Listen actively to your spouse without distraction, and take 15 minutes to meditate or walk. By consistently winning these small daily battles, you build the discipline that underlies every great achievement. In conclusion, becoming a high-earning husband isn't about luck or privilege. It's about investing in yourself, as Buffett shows, planning strategically, and leading with calm, as Sun Tzu teaches, modeling virtue and small wins, as Confucius instructs, and, above all, mastering your own mind and habits. When you blend financial savvy with strategic thinking and moral leadership, you become the partner your spouse admires, the father your children trust, and the pillar your family needs.